Almost exactly a year ago now I started learning Japanese, and when I look back, one of the most daunting tasks at the time was learning the kanji, the illogically complex and incredibly hard to understand characters used as 1/3 of the Japanese writing system. Initial searches led me to terrifying numbers of kanji in existence, with some sources citing as many as 50,000 kanji. So once I'd recovered from my brief unconsciousness, I could continue my investigation and discovered much more digestible numbers in the form of the Joyo kanji list. The origins of the Joyo kanji list go back to 1923, when the Japanese Ministry of Education created a standardised kanji list that were considered essential for all Japanese citizens to know. This would also encourage mainstream media outlets to narrow down the amount of kanji that they were using. So, thankfully for us lowly gaijin, there are only actually 2,136 kanji that are considered essential to know in Japanese and comprise of 95% of most mainstream media and written language. This includes most of the text you're likely to read in books, signs, websites, video games and any other kind of delightfully stimulating media. Oh great, so now I've only got to learn 2,000 random pictures to get any kind of enjoyment out of Japanese, right? Well, no, not quite, but without the ability to read the kanji, learning anything else in Japanese is going to be painfully slow. This then brings us on to today's topic, which is a kanji and vocabulary learning tool called Wanikani. Immediately recognisable for its ridiculous name, it's an online resource which uses the principle of SRS to help you learn vast amounts of data in a short amount of time. SRS is an acronym for Space Repetition System, and in short it allows you to learn new information in the shortest amount of time possible by using well-spaced intervals to really utilise your brain's incredible power of data retention. When I signed up to this, the website was claiming you could learn most of the Joyo kanji and several thousand vocabulary words in just under 2 years. As a 20-something-year-old British male, I was highly and sarcastically sceptical about such a bold claim. It would only be one short year later, however, that I ended up eating my own words. So it turns out in 365 days I've learnt nearly 1,300 kanji, a few several thousand vocabulary, and I've reached nearly level 40 on the Wanikani system. Okay, so that's the overview, but let me give you an example of how it works. First you're shown a kanji, then given the meaning in English and the reading in hiragana. 4 hours after you learn the kanji, you'll then have an alert in your reviews queue. You will then be shown just the kanji and asked to recite the meaning in English and again the reading in hiragana. If you get the kanji correct, the review time is extended to 8 hours. Get it correct a second time, it's extended to 24 hours. This goes on exponentially until it's months between reviews for a particular kanji. If you get a kanji wrong, however, the review timer will shorten and you'll see it more often. This just means that the kanji you struggle with will be reinforced more as you'll see them more often. Wanikani also implicates a kind of gamified system where you feel like you're levelling up in a kind of kanji RPG. There are 60 levels in total, with each level consisting of around 30 to 35 kanji, 6 to 10 radicals, and 100 to 200 vocabulary words. The way you'll talk vocabulary is also rather smart, as it only uses words that use the kanji that you've already learnt previously, and in most cases you can already read them as you've learnt the readings for the kanji in previous lessons. However, there's always the odd anomaly, but they're always there just to keep you on your toes. One of my favourite things about Wanikani is actually how open the system is to the community, allowing a lot of very talented people to create some really useful modifications and applications of their own, which tap into the Wanikani database and allow them to make their own versions of the learning tool. Out of the box, so to speak, the website gets most things right, the core principles are very intact, but the customization options that would generally help most people tune it to their own learning style are missing. The mods, however, allow this to become a reality. My favourite third-party application at the moment is actually Wanikani, the app created by Isan Isik, a name I most undoubtedly just pronounced incorrectly. The app allows you to take the experience on the go and use it wherever and whenever you have a few moments of free time to study some kanji. And speaking of the community, I've never actually encountered such a congregation of people that share such a positive attitude to one single subject in all my time of using the internet. Almost everybody on the forums is in the same position. They're all learners, from beginners to advanced, but everyone has questions and everyone has issues that they want to get through with the help of other people. And 99% of the time, people are there with useful information and just general positive attitude to help you through rough patches. It really is the perfect place to go when starting such an endeavour as learning a new language. Well, yeah, that sounds good, but what's it going to cost me? To get the ball rolling, the first 3 levels are actually free. After level 4, however, you will be required to have a monthly subscription. As an American service, they list this as $10 a month, or for me in England, it's £7.75 a month. I did actually strike into a little bit of luck, however. When I signed up, I did manage to find a 50% off discount code, which reduced it from $10 to $5 per month. Unfortunately, I don't remember where I found that code, but I'm sure if you hit Google, a quick search, you'll find what you're looking for. One thing I did think was really nice was once I'd actually signed up, they sent me an email and offered to send me a few little freebies as a thank you for signing up. So a few weeks later, I got a few little things back in the post. A little Wanikani sticker, a little thumbs up I can give to myself when I need some encouragement, a Crabbigator fridge magnet, and I also got this little handwritten message which I thought was a really nice touch. And the picture on the back is pretty cool too. So all in all, I feel my first year with Wanikani has been very successful. I know there are other kanji resources out there, but I found this one best fit my needs and study style, but I would always encourage people to research all of the options before picking one, especially as this one does cost some money. So thanks for watching today, guys. That was just a brief overview of a tool that I really like to use in my Japanese studies. If you get a chance, check it out. The first 3 levels are free. I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. We'll be checking out some of my favourite add-ons and modifications for Wanikani.